Hi, Sarah.
Hey.
Pay for license plate this month. Oh, well, they got their stuff in from the local.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I checked everything.
Yeah.
Hey, Clayton.
Yeah.
You want to come look at this one?
Oh, yeah. And this one?
Oh, well. This all look good to you?
Okay. All right.
I did a cheap one. I just missed the expensive one. Sorry about that.
No, of course. Okay. Thank you for looking at it.
No problem.
All right.
6:04.
What's that? Yeah.
Time.
I see. Slowly get started.
I mean, she said a few minutes, so.
Yeah.
Another minute or?
I'll wait another minute.
Give me time to write this stuff down.
Hmm?
Give me time to write some stuff down.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let us know when you're ready then, Sarah.
$340 for the legal ad.
Which one? This day of mine.
Annual report.
Yeah. It's like a
Good one.
big one. I like your format is email. Yeah. Oh.
We're going to call the meeting to order. We've got 3 council present and 1 on the way. If you would join me for the Pledge of Allegiance to start our meeting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and justice for all.
Thank you. Anybody here for the utility disconnect hearing? Okay. All right.
I'll make a motion to accept the discontent list.
Have a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Sarah was able to get the minutes out for March 2nd. Were there any additions or corrections?
Not that I saw. Mike, you good?
I was good with it.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from March 2nd as presented.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 2, or yes, number 3, unsafe building orders. So you're to update us on this?
I am,
Okay.
and I believe that Mr. Lane sent out an update to the council, or at least to you, Mr. Fisher, about that earlier today, but I don't know how you want to start this.
I think
do
we have,
not-
we have two people here.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome. Which property are you here for, sir?
205 South Grant.
205 South Grant. Are you Mr. Flynn?
Yep.
Okay, do you dispute that it was an unsafe building at all?
Yes, it was an unsafe building.
Okay.
And we tore it down and removed it.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
making good progress.
So I guess at this point, would you like to just reset this for a review next month to make sure all of the work is completed on the property? Or is all of the work completed on the property?
Well, we're gonna put siding on the house and do some other improvements, work on the foundation, and some windows need replaced. Some were damaged by previous people in there. And this house is a house that I don't rent out. I've had family living there, and ever since I owned it, I've received a dime of rent and paid most of theirs. So we just need, enough time to improve it, through the summer. We're gonna put, siding on it, and roofing. So, and we've worked construction in this area all my life, so, and several of these people in here know who I am, so.
Is your goal to keep the house in or to fix it up to sell it?
Right now, it's to keep it. I've got 2 grandkids in there, and if they have to leave that house, I don't know what, their mother is living there with them too. So it's my goal to keep it right now.
Okay.
Progress is progress, and we appreciate that. I mean, that means a lot, I think, to the council, and so I'm in favor of if we just put it off for another 30-day review, and not necessarily does he have to report here. If he can report to Brad.
And we'll just stay in touch.
Okay.
That's fine. So I don't know how everybody
I
else
guess
feels.
if it comes to a point where progress is not
Yeah.
being reported or observed by Mr. Lane, then he can ask for it to be set for a hearing and
That's
ask for
fine.
Mr. Flynn to come in.
I'll try to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Progress is progress. I don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah,
Definitely make it longer than 30 days though.
I mean, the weather's getting better, so they'll have time if you want to do 60 or 90. I don't know. Whatever you guys think.
Thank you for coming.
Brad, have you got an opinion?
Do you want to set it for another review in 60 days, or do you want to just allow him to update you on the progress?
Let's set it for 60 days, but if he's making good progress,
Don't
I'll
have
just
to.
give an update for it.
Okay.
So
Okay. So we'll
Make a motion.
yeah. Say if the council wants to make a motion to have another review hearing June 1st at your June meeting,
Okay.
that would be approximately 60 days.
it'd be called.
I don't know.
It's April now.
June.
When's the
first meeting? It is
I'll just say the June meeting. So, okay.
It is
Okay.
urgent. I'll make a motion to postpone it for 60 days till our June 1st meeting.
Okay, I'll second that.
Pending update from Brad.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
and the homes.
Thanks for making the progress on it. So
Okay.
much
Yeah,
appreciated.
thank you.
So
They'll look at it again at the June 1st meeting. So
Alright.
if you have everything completed before then, please make sure Mr. Lane sees it. And I would assume you would not have to attend if you got his clearance.
I'll
but
keep in touch with him.
That'll work out.
But if not, then just come and report what else you still got to do.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And then the other one we're here for, do we know the address, Mr. Lane?
112, 114.
112, 114, thank
Thank
you.
you.
I didn't have it written down.
That's okay.
How's your progress?
Everything's going good. We have a junk removal company that's gonna come out on May 8th, and they're gonna take care of the front half, so we should have everything done, cleared out for the building, by June.
Why don't we do the same for that? We'll touch base before the June 1st meeting, okay?
I'm fine with that. That'll give people time with the weather getting better. Usable.
I'll make a motion to suspend the hearing until June 1st. To give time to get things cleaned up.
Yep, so I second that as long as Brad's okay with it and talks to him.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Then we have the 8th Street house of Keating Homes.
Correct. There
Thank you.
They did everything they were asked to do.
Okay.
So,
Do we need to vote to complete that, or okay?
Yes.
So 807 East 8th, with everything complete, we have a motion to finish or complete that. Let's say building order.
I can make a motion to complete the 807 East 7th Street house. Wrong, safe business.
8th Street, yeah. So
Okay. 8.
have a motion.
I'll second.
With a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. 901 East 8th is at least on the email. I don't know if you have them in a different order.
Yeah, I was just looking at the email myself. So the 901 East 8th, there is no personal service on Mr. Kelly. It's being set for publication. So it's going to be set for the May meeting.
Okay. Do you need anything from us on that, or is it just waiting for the process?
Nope, it's already in progress for publication.
Alrighty. Was there anything else on that list? Stan's not here, I don't think. So.
My understanding is he's in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
It's the last I heard.
Okay.
And Miss Estes had called our office today reporting she was ill. We told her she needed to be here or not. It doesn't appear that she's here either. So I guess we could possibly set this for next month, or a review again next month, if that's okay.
Yeah,
Which one's that?
105, I believe.
The grant. Sorry.
definitely.
Bailey's.
105?
There's two of that's
No.
the
Be
other.
the building behind.
Oh,
it.
the building
Yeah,
behind.
I'm sorry, 102 North Grant.
Oh,
Two.
okay.
Yes.
Alright, I see. Dailies next month.
I haven't heard anything from him, so.
I think there's some title issue with that property, that it's still in maybe Mr. Estes's name, and he's deceased. So I think that Cindy had contacted our office to help with the title issue, but of course we can't because of a conflict of interest. We've referred her out to some attorneys that could possibly help. But in any event, I think Stan needs to get on the condition of that property because it has been held by him for years. So
Okay.
that's all that I have on the list.
Okay. Thank you. Anything else unsafe building order wise? Brad?
Nope. That's it for now.
All right. Other unfinished business. Sierra Brook, Sierra Sweet Shop.
Yes, I just had a few questions. I called Macy, and I think she brought them up at the last meeting in March about possibly putting in a drive-through window at the 209 East 5th Street. And I have some really terribly drawn drawings of our ideas.
If you want to come up here, you can,
Yeah.
so we can look at it. Have a seat.
Oh, so here's the drive-through one is not as pressing because we're not planning to open our front until next spring. So I guess that's the least of my priorities. But so right now there's 2 windows in the side property. So we were planning to expand this first one. But then she had mentioned something about blocking the alleyway would be an issue, but I didn't know if the alleyway was wide enough to where it could possibly
Yeah,
work.
we did discuss the
Okay.
the concerns about blocking that.
Yeah. But there isn't currently any other entrance. It would just be the parking spot that Hoosier Associates had
Mhm.
to the right here, which they would still be able to act. I mean, I can't imagine our drive-through line is going to be 5 cars deep, to block any part of that road for a long period of time. But
I think that was our biggest concern is the blocking of an alleyway. Not that it doesn't happen.
yeah,
And so, would it be open? I think one of the questions I had, obviously, without you here, I thought of after was, would it be open like just certain hours? I mean, obviously, you have business hours, and I know you do pickups.
So we're
for
planning to do
events.
like a split operation of hours. So we'll be open from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Closed completely is on Monday, Tuesdays. So it would be open from 6 to 1 only, just for like a coffee drive-through option, essentially.
On Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yes, and
Okay.
then Saturday would be, I mean, obviously these are tentative still, but like 8 to 1, and then Sunday would be 9 to 2.
Is that picture? Can we keep this? Or is this okay?
Yeah, and I also just have them on my phone too. If I can send them to an email or something if you guys want digital copies of them. But this is just like a rough, what we were thinking,
Okay.
because that would be in the front of like our like serving area, so that
Oh,
would
so
be
that-
most convenient.
Mike and Jason, look at that.
And then you were also asking about a cooler out
Yes. It's my second to electronic. Okay, so the back of our property has like a gravel driveway, so my husband marked it off. So this 2x4 is 25 feet from our back door to that 2x4, and we are wanting to put a 20-foot shipping container. So the shipping container would start right where this gravel is and end where the 2x4 is.
Okay.
But we were just wanting to use it for dry storage, so it wouldn't necessarily
Oh,
be a
dry
cooler.
storage.
Yeah, so it would
Okay.
be like what these shipping
So
containers
that wouldn't
back
be
here
any
are.
electrical.
No, no.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Because that's what we were confused. We thought it was supposed to be refrigeration.
Oh,
Like,
no,
how
we're
is
just
the
going to
power?
use it,
That's
uh,
why.
Mhm.
Yeah, just for dry storage, basically just like what these are, but it would be
Mhm.
closer up here.
Mhm. All right. We'll pass that down. Please. I mean, I know there's other people with storage units on the side over there.
Yeah, so it would be basically like butted right up against the staircase right there.
Do you have any issues with that? Right, you know. Did you see it?
No.
Okay.
You want to come up and look at it?
And this is right behind.
Yes.
I mean, and there's, I know in the back, there's other people that have
How wide are those?
all
If it's
kinds of
right
stuff
behind-
back there. I
If
mean,
it's right behind there.
There's
um,
enough room for 2 trucks to park next to each other, so I mean, it wouldn't be
is that
wider than
any
a truck would
concerns
be.
with the fire department, with blocking any entrances?
I think
Does
if,
it block any entrances getting into your back door, or
Mm-mm.
is nothing?
No.
if it's the one
It's to
side or
the-
the other, that's right. I mean,
Yeah, it's not like directly
yeah.
in front of our door, and honestly, there's a 5-foot egress space anyway, so I don't think it would
You're
be an
putting a
issue.
20-foot container in there?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think a 40 would.
No.
40 might go into the alleyway a little bit.
They wouldn't like it.
Yeah, just something for dry storage, so we don't have to go into our scary basement very often. Like cups and spoons and forks. Well, I said he could probably put in a little lift or something. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
You don't want a dumbwaiter to ride up?
No, that's what he was saying. He's like, I'm putting a little pulley. I'm like, absolutely not.
Which way will traffic be going?
Traffic would be going like
Towards the container?
towards the the back of the
driver's side.
building.
Yeah. I mean, I know that it could create a conundrum traffic wise. Not very often, obviously.
Yeah,
even
I
though
mean,
we-
ultimately, I would want Hoosier Associates approval just because I don't want to
Right.
ruffle any feathers because they do have parking spots right there. So I
Sure.
guess
I mean,
at some point it could
It's-
potentially block those, but
it's hard for us to tell you can't have something in the alley when we have a payment drop box. Not that they're not that
Yeah.
they're not dropping
Yeah.
the payment and going.
yeah, I mean, hopefully the
Um,
like
we
alley
have to
drive-through
make
wait
that
times
alley
wouldn't
one
be
way.
more than a couple minutes. But
I mean, if there's a car in it, you can only go one way. I mean, even if Hoosier Associates stops, or somebody's unloading or something, I mean, that's there's nothing we can do about that either. And so,
I mean, is it a case of where if we tried it and then if Huser Associates says yes, and we try it and then there is a problem with traffic, then we stop it, or?
I mean, honestly, I don't know that we'd want to go through the work of like fitting out that entire drive-through window and like spending thousands to get, because the window and everything. I mean, I'm okay either way, but I think it needs to be a permanent decision once it is
Right.
made.
Do you, measurement wise, do you think in that window, if you do put something in there, will it be built out a little bit? Obviously, probably with a
Yeah, it would be a
smaller
taller
window.
window. Yeah, we would take out a couple of those rows of brick.
And then, or assuming a car can get over far enough with the stairwell there, or is the stairwell staying?
The stairwell would stay there.
Okay.
Yeah. But we there's a 15-foot gap between the back of the stairway and the drive-through window. So I mean, hopefully, unless you're a really bad driver, it might be an issue. But I can't imagine you'd be able to hit it like
See
going
some of our
in.
street signs.
I
Down on
know.
the roads.
Yeah.
I told White we might need like a
Yeah, have you seen
blockade of
the
some
street
sort.
signs out there? Yeah.
We have missing light poles.
I don't know, do we need to look at that a little longer?
But again, that one
Make a
is not
decision?
until next spring, so you guys can
Right.
think on it too.
Okay.
I just want to
Okay.
put it out there.
I would like to
but
kinda
I don't need a decision
look
right
at that
now,
a little longer.
I would say go ahead and talk with Hoosier Associates.
Okay.
I mean, as long as traffic's moving, I mean that's the big thing I think is, and maybe we need to walk down there and look at it. I think.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what I'm
I mean-
thinking, maybe we could go down there and walk through it.
Personally, I'm not really. I want to see businesses do what they can to make the funds that they need to stay open. However, we can be flexible, but be safe also. I think that's the big thing.
Yeah.
And so I would go. I feel like it's, in my opinion, a possibility as long as it works safety wise. I know that there may be those times
Sure,
where there is a traffic issue, but we have that at the stop sign. So if you want to come up with maybe a better drawing, what that might look like.
Yeah,
As far as-
luckily my sister-in-law is an interior designer, so she can put it into her Revit
Right.
system and get you an actual like something you can
And
walk
see.
through like on a computer.
Oh, that'd be great.
But I just didn't want to ask you to do all that work if it was not,
Yeah.
not a possibility.
Yeah,
But
I
she
would
can
say
definitely
go
work on
ahead
something.
and talk with Hoosier Associates, and if they don't have any concerns,
Okay.
then get with your sister-in-law, and then maybe
Something
we'll,
good. Okay.
then maybe we could set a time for all of us to go down there, and you can give us a tour, and
Yeah. Sounds
Check it
good.
out. Yeah.
we'll look at it
And
together.
then on the shipping container building ordinance,
We
or
don't have anything right now. in
Right.
containers.
storage is storage nowadays, and that's the easiest way
Yeah.
you can
I
get
mean, obviously
storage,
we make
so-
sure it's a clean container and keep it, painted, not
Yeah.
have it look at all.
Yeah.
That's one thing I wish
Raggedy,
we
but,
would have went back and started with an ordinance is to say you can have a shipping container, but it needs to match a color of what
Yeah.
it sits next to.
Yeah.
So, but that makes it.
But we don't want it to look like a shipping container.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. You can paint a mural or something on it.
Yeah.
So.
And then my last thing that I was going to talk about is a propane tank possibility. I didn't see anything in the ordinances about yes or no, but
That's
We were looking
something
into
in the
that.
works right now. I've been talking
We
with
talked-
them about.
Did you talk to Judd about that
Yeah.
previously? I don't have an update on that. I apologize,
That's okay. Yeah.
but I can definitely look into it.
And what would your purpose of that be?
to not have to pay for natural gas or 500,000 BTUs of equipment.
Yeah. Where then you want that in the back side of your building?
It would be behind the shipping container.
500 or 1,000?
1,000 probably. Which I saw the state code is 25 feet, I think, away from the building, so it would be 30, I think. If that would be, it's gonna be close to the stairs, that was the only concern, I guess. I wasn't sure if that would still meet code.
Yeah, then we're gonna have to do some work on that.
Okay.
I do know that we have another business in town that's having problems with NIPSCO trying to they couldn't get power turned on because of the amount required for a deposit. So whatever we can hopefully work out in that sense. So.
Did you turn in all your paperwork for the big program reward?
I'm still waiting on the work to be completed, but yes.
Okay, I just wanted
Yeah,
to
it's
check.
brickwork, so I'm waiting for him to have nice enough weather to be able to
Okay.
complete said brickwork, so.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else or any other questions?
Nope, I think that's it. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming.
Thank you.
Any other unfinished business? New business. Christina Wilkins Alleys.
She might not show.
Okay, what's that?
John, did you talk to Christina? She had an issue with the alleys. I think you were grading that day.
Yep.
Okay.
It's already been graded. We still need to haul gravel into all of our alleys, but it's been so wet, we just haven't got to it.
Okay.
But that's all we have left to do. Everything's been drug and graded. We just need to add, I think there's 6 alleys that we have to add gravel to, and that's one of them.
Okay.
But I don't want to go in there and make people more of a mess with our heavy trucks with a load of stone, so.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it's very
Makes sense.
passable now. I mean, it's in good shape.
All right.
Okay.
Moving on to miscellaneous business. I'll bring up one thing really quickly before we get into the next visitor. In the last meeting or meeting previous, we discussed one of the backups of the sewer system that we had with Tim Barrett's. And I think since then I thought about it. I know we're worried about setting a precedent on something, but every case is different, so it's hard to say we set a precedent when each case is unique, in my opinion.
Good point.
Also, we collect a $10 fee from every homeowner or every user. I think $10. That obviously, I think, while it's designated for debt service, we have these issues that come up, and if there are issues that belong to the town and are the town's fault, I don't know that we should put any burden on a business or homeowners. And so my recommendation is that we reimburse them for payment of their deductible in that situation, since we did say that it was our problem and our fault. But I think we also need the inclusive statement that every situation is different until it's investigated. We can't make a determination.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how everybody else feels, but with flood insurance and those costs, that's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
For anybody, whether you have insurance or not. And so I think because of the situation, it's not something that occurs a lot. I would like to see us reimburse them for their deductible.
Yeah.
So,
I think that makes sense. We've, Clayton worked hard with it, and everything was investigated, and we're working with Matt and Beth on preventative. And like you said, it definitely was a situation that was totally out of Barrett's hands. I mean, there was nothing they could do at all. So I agree with you that. I'll make a motion to reimburse the insurance deductible for Tim and Kimmy Barrett.
That was all on us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would recommend to them that they need to put a check valve in to
somewhere.
keep it from happening in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not something you guys.
In the past we've offered the
When
check
they're doing
valve,
work.
and then they pay to have it put
Right.
in the past.
Sure.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice to have them in every
Yeah,
spot, but
absolutely.
unfortunately, I need one in my house.
Yeah.
But I'm in a high spot, so I have a motion to have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Motion passes. Anything else on that? No. Okay. Next on miscellaneous business, Brian Messer from Sound Advice. Come up.
We manage IT, and that's for the town right now, and there's a few different things that go into that. But there's some changes we're making with a lot of our clients as things evolve. We've noticed in the last 18 months that the cybersecurity attacks have gone up substantially. I mean, it was interesting when, we just recently went to Not War Overseas. The first thing that the U.S. government said was that they're going to see increased cyber attacks on medical infrastructure, city governments. So we have employed what's called a Security Operations Center. It's basically a team of guys that just specialize in knowing where bad guys get into your network, and they monitor your computers, your email accounts 24/7, 365. It's something where we've always wanted to have different levels of service for different clients, right? We know that when we're dealing with somebody with medical, they've got a lot of compliance things they have to do. When we're dealing with financial institutions, okay, they're held to higher standards. Not everybody necessarily needs to go to that expense. But what we've learned is over the last 12 months, 4 separate clients that weren't using full cybersecurity services, little businesses in Lafayette, have been compromised. They've been locked out of their computers. They've had data extorted. Hadn't seen it in 24 years to a single client, and all the years I've done it beforehand. But just in the last 12 months, that's how prevalent it's gotten.
Interesting.
So we're just having this conversation with our clients and saying we've got to a point where, unfortunately, you shouldn't need a whole 24/7, 365 team of people in the US and the UK and Australia watching your stuff just to keep bad guys from extorting you, but that's where it is. So I want to add $306 a month to your monthly services. I want to put a whole lot of layers of security on top of that. I want to put a different backup system in on your server so that we can get that information in a couple different spots and in a place where it cannot be deleted. And yeah, that's kind of the conversation we're having with everybody.
Okay.
So with that addition, I think my biggest concern is that everything is protected townwide, and so that's the water plant, that's the town street garage,
Okay.
The police department, all under that, all of our wireless points.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a great documentary on a small town. Their water system got hijacked, and it took a while for them to get it back. So
yeah,
that's the biggest concern. The second concern is from me is the council, is we're ultimately liable for somebody clicking on the wrong email.
Yeah.
And all of our data, losing all of our data, or getting hijacked, and so those going along with our IT or our cybersecurity policy. I think that's where I want to make sure, or I feel like we should be making sure we're the best protected we can be. I mean, nobody wants to lose their social security number. So.
Yeah.
But I think those are the big things, and so. Does that amount increase cover all of the town's computers?
So right now, our purview is just the computers and the server that are in the building here.
Okay.
More than happy to look at those additional machines and see there's a cost per email account that we're monitoring, there's a cost per computer we're securing, and see how that would grow. Okay. To address your specific concerns, security and usability are a fight. I can make things really secure if I just don't let you touch them, right? And so we try to walk that balance. Somebody a long time ago taught me that if you really want to understand your risks, you ask an insurance auditor. It's their job to take everything you do or don't do and turn it into a dollar amount risk. So we've got 1,500 users that we support. We've got hundreds of businesses that call us, and I've just been cheating the last decade. I take these cybersecurity insurance audits. Okay, so when you apply for a cybersecurity insurance policy, they ask you a couple pages of what you do and don't do, and it's not like if you miss one of these, you fail. They're just trying to gauge your overall risk. And we've been Venn diagramming these for years. And we designed our cybersecurity services so that the things that 9 out of 10 of these companies are asking for, that's what we're doing. I'm not doing every single thing that every single insurance company ever asks about. You will not be able to use the computer when you're done, right? And so we have to strike a balance between those two things. But I do feel like we have found that sweet spot where there's nothing on here that you don't need. And separately, I'm not selling you things that are just above and beyond. There's no perfect system, right? So part of it too is education. So you talk about clicking on the wrong email. We know that the majority of threats are invited into somebody's environment. So part of this is we have a very simple cybersecurity education platform and email testing that comes with it. We interviewed several companies when we knew we needed to help our clients get trained. And the first one had like 87 trainings that were 45 minutes to 2 hours. And like, I'm looking at this and my head's spinning and I'm going, this is not reasonable. And the company we ended up partnering with said, look, we're not trying to make every single person a level 7 IT wizard. We just need to keep this stuff top of mind. And as things change throughout the year, like around the holidays, they know that they're going to send out millions of junk mail that says your Southwest flight's been delayed. They don't know you have a Southwest flight. They just know a lot of people are flying right now. So around that time of year, they do very topical trainings. And what they say is, we want every employee to take a yearly cybersecurity training. It's about a 40-minute video and 20 questions. And then 3 weeks a month, we will send them a 2-minute video with 4 questions. If they take one of them, they show up green. So you guys tell me that these 1 or 3 people internally at the city are going to keep track of this. And as long as the people that are using your email accounts are once a year taking a training and once a month watching a 2-minute video, they show up and that they have a good score in that cybersecurity training platform. We know that they're just keeping it top of mind. We send everybody a fake phishing email every 2 weeks. And that helps that they've got a little button that they can push that says, this looks like junk. And if it is, it'll give them a little point to their security score, right? And just telling people that if I told you every 2 weeks I'm going to send you something that's a phishing email, you get a little more critical of everything that comes into your inbox. You ask a little more questions on that. We know that we learned from FBI training years ago that if a bad guy does happen to break through all the layers of security that we put in here and get onto your machine, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to scan the network and they're going to try to find everything that's unlocked in the house, so to speak, right? Mm-hmm. So we put a box on your network that has no locks, no keys, and a really quiet alarm. So if anyone gets on any of your computers and they scan that network, we get an immediate notification. And when all of a sudden I see that Sarah's computer tried to connect to some box doesn't know exists to do things, we know that someone has gotten through these multiple layers we've done. The firewall that you currently have in place, it does security services. So, you know, we talked about software that we install on the computers to help monitor them, to look for bad things that are happening. But we also recommend and you guys use something that blocks it from ever coming in the first place. So we call that a Unified Threat Management Firewall or Next Generation Firewall. So, you know, I would need to just kind of take a look at the other locations and see how we have those same layers of protection in place and then help you guys understand the cost for it.
Is that something you can get us a quote on fairly easily, fairly quickly?
Yeah, I mean, I could send someone up here just to kind of, if you can give us addresses for each location. The biggest concern I have right now is that the server that you're using on site, that's running your Keystone software. That is has been using the built-in free Windows backup software. We've talked a couple of times about how we don't have a lot of confidence in that product. So I'm not real big on coming in here and asking you guys to sign a long contract on something that may or may not be a good fit for you. But what that server, about once a month, I wake up in a cold sweat where that bad boy is going to fall over dead, and then you guys are going to look at me and go, Brian, I was counting on you, and we can't put it back together again. Okay. So what I would ask is, you know, I can get it to you quickly, but I want to put out that liability worries me. So even if we just do it for a month, and if we do it for a month and stop, I'm going to lose a whole lot of time and effort, but I'm more than willing to do that just to get that liability off of the table while we're looking at things, if that's fair.
And you're talking about replacing it or creating a virtual mirror backup?
So I want to get a different backup system and that we can have some confidence in, right? And we need to replace the server as well. That's a separate conversation. The $300 a month, that's an $11,000 5-year investment, okay? Servers, typically when you build a server, if that goes away, you lose access to Keystone. People lose internet access, you lose access to shared files. It's not something that is a liability most businesses or municipalities can run. So when you build a server, it typically comes with a 3-year warranty, and it's about $1 to go to 4 years, and it's another $1 to go to 5 years, and it's twice the price to go to 6 years. 5 years is kind of that sweet spot because they know at the end of 5 years, parts availability gets really tough. Your server's been out of warranty for a couple of years. So right now, I'm not confident I can put it back together, and I'm not confident how long it would take me to get it back together, okay? If we can do the additional managed services, I'll at least know I can put it back together because I'll have good backups that we can test. I wonder how long it'll take because separate from all of this, as AI is getting better and getting faster, these AI data centers that everyone's talking about building all over the place, they consume storage space and memory. And the prices have gone up about 10 times in the last 6 months. And they're saying that it's not going to stop anytime soon. Now, like this server project that we quoted a couple of years ago has gone up like $1,300 since then. So now that's not a small amount of money, but compared to what we've seen other places, we're in a pretty good spot. But it's to the point now that when I buy my parts for these servers, they literally say, this is the price today. If it ships tomorrow, you will have a new price. So I will say that we built all the services we provide around just not letting people down. Like there's some guys want to be the fastest or the best looking or whatever. And my thing is, I want to know that if you need me, I don't let you down. So we do our servers a little bit differently. I don't buy servers from Dell or Lenovo or HP. I did that for years and it worked great till it didn't. I had a Dell server that was 3 weeks delayed for 4 months. It was 3 weeks delayed and then 3 more weeks and then 3 more weeks. And And that whole thing just turned me off it. So we build super micro servers. They're about the best you can get. And when we sell you a server, I stock every part for that server in my office for 5 years, meaning one of the other downsides to the large guys is Dell doesn't have a local Dell store. If your Dell server throws a rod, Dell hires a national company that subcontracts a regional company that subcontracts a local company to send a guy out that maybe doesn't have a whole lot of knowledge in your Dell server to try to stand it back up. If your server has a problem, I bring out a brand new server, I move your data onto that server, I take yours back and troubleshoot it. Now, I've sold 100 and some odd servers, I've done that twice. So we tend to build ones that don't have that trouble. But if you need us, I built my business around just making sure that you're not sitting there stuck while we're figuring things out, if that makes sense. So, but the short of it is, if that can get approved, that'd be great, because it will take us 4 to 6 weeks just from when you say go to get all that coming. And I know the price is okay today.
So when the server's up, I guess what we have now, is there any other, is it backed up to any other platform or data than the only site?
You're using the free Windows built-in backup. You've got 2 drives, and you guys physically walk one across the street and back. Yeah. Okay. So the challenge is that Windows Server backup software. That's the free one that came with it, and that is free for a reason. There are times, not to say that it doesn't work, but it's about 65% successful, and I want to get you guys to like 99.9% successful on backups. So to kind of contrast what we're talking about installing is, instead of having that piece of software just kind of run automatically, we install a separate box that runs the backups for you. It pulls the information off of the server and stores it here locally. That box warns us if there's ever a problem, but I don't trust things, right? If computers work like they should, I wouldn't have a job. So what if that warning system stops working? So we go in there and do periodic audits. That's, again, another thing that we do differently than a lot of companies. So a lot of companies that manage your IT, they buy a really expensive software that they wind up, and it's supposed to tell you if anything goes wrong. And we use that same software, but that's where most people stop. And it doesn't happen often, but I can tell you there are times where the thing that's supposed to tell you what's wrong falls over dead and you don't know. So we log into that server, we audit the configuration, and we check on it on a regular basis. Separate from that, we push it to an offsite. They call it immutable. It just means you can't delete it. We push that back up to an offsite storage, and then we pull that down to our office and test it yearly. So we have an alert if it goes wrong. We test it regularly to make sure it's working correctly. We push it offsite so there's some kind of physical catastrophe that takes everything out, and then we still don't trust it, because if I did something wrong, if the software was not working right, and it says it's backing up, and it says it's backing up, and it says there's data there, but in the end it's not working, I don't want to find out after the fact. So we literally download your server and boot it up in my office once a year, so that we know everything in the chain works. Okay. So that's just kind of the layer of protection and checking that we want to have there. Now, the other sites you have don't have servers, so it's not like you have 5 computers here and a cost, and that's going to scale 1-to-1, right? We'll see some economy of scale on that. So. But that backup piece is the part that makes me the most concerned, to answer your question. Yeah. So that's what I'm putting in front of you guys. We can put a lot more layers of protection in place here, more monitoring, and better watching for and better backup systems. That's all you're committing to is $300 and $304 for a month while you guys think about it some more. And then separately, as soon as reasonable, we'd like to spend, and I've got this printout, I'm happy to give it to you, $11,388 to replace the server. That's the server. That's Microsoft charges you for the licensing for it. That includes that. That's our time to set it up. That's migrating the information over to the new server. It's just kind of I say turnkey. We don't come back to you and say, oh, we didn't think of this. So, yeah. I talked a lot and never gave you guys a chance to ask many questions. I'm sorry for that.
That's good. No, I appreciate all the information, and yeah. Well, I mean, do we need to discuss this on the side, or, I mean, obviously all the concerns that you've talked about, we appreciate, and they're legitimate. We don't need you waking up in the middle of the night worried about us. I mean, do we need to go ahead and approve getting the whole $11,388 going?
I think he wanted the
Or-
approval of the
and then
extra
The
security
extra
measure,
306 a month first.
Yeah,
Do
and then
that
we can
first.
discuss the service.
Really, at
Or
the same time, or I mean, whatever's if you had to make me choose one, I would take.
I mean,
the
I know you said
$300
you
a month.
didn't want to do the one because
like
it
to
might
do
be
both.
wasting your time.
Yeah,
Yes, but
Oh no.
I mean, I'm okay doing the 300 and whatever increase to get that
306
started.
a month to get going.
Yeah,
And then
there's-
if you could get us a quote on protecting everything,
Mhm.
I mean, and that includes anything we put at the pool, any Wi-Fi. Not that we have anything, but like,
Mhm.
what would that look like? I think if we do add that and the protection that goes with it. So
So when we manage networking equipment like Wi-Fi access points and switches, we have those call out to our office to a centralized server that we manage, and then you'll get what are called CVEs, which are manufacturers will say, hey, when there's a bug, there's a way guys can sneak in here. You need to update this. So when we're managing your wireless access points, they're ones we provided, or the firewalls, when those CVEs come out, we take care of updating those. You don't pay us anything for that. We stay on top of those things. So for the other locations, we would need to look at what equipment's there. Now, I will say that a lot of IT guys, they really like to explain to you how the way they do it is the best, and that's really the only way, and that's not us. So there's a couple different brands that you may have out there that are ones that we know that we work with that we can stay on top of. And if that's the case, we'll just manage what you have. It's possible that you're using, there's a lot of brands out there that we don't get those CVEs on, or they just don't release them, quite frankly. Some manufacturers want to sweep their security bugs under the rug instead of just owning them and fixing them. So we have to replace equipment as well.
right. Well, I think part of that's making sure everything's past this Windows 10
For sure.
and compliant. Like, there's a whole
Yeah.
the business government compliance thing. The other part that I would recommend to see what the cost would be. I know that employees may not like it, but I think protect us further and them even in their interest. We should. I think we should move everybody to Town of Fowler addresses.
Yeah, email addresses for
That way
sure.
they're not using Gmail and some of the
Mhm.
other concerns. They can
Yes.
have that email forwarded out to that email, but
Yeah.
as a receiving point, and that's only because of everything else that
So if I could,
I've seen.
Well, like he
so-
talked about with the increase
of a
of
tax there, yeah.
tax, yeah.
To further tell you how great of an idea that is, so there's two things we can do when you're using like a Town of Fowler email address. So if we're using Microsoft services, which I think we might be using Google now, or are we on Microsoft? Yeah. So there would be some argument to moving over to Microsoft services. That's where we can have that security operations center monitor every mailbox. So we've got 1,300 mailboxes we monitor, and we get 6 alerts a month on average of people who had mailbox accounts with the two-factor authentication, where literally if someone tries to log into your email account, you have to prove it on your phone, that you had that set up on your account and they still got into your account, right? So they're able to bypass two-factor authentication a lot more than I would have realized. So if we move over to a Microsoft Mail services, we can do that. The other thing is we want to back up all of your emails and all of your online files that are stored in those SharePoint sites. Now we can do that on Google or Microsoft accounts, so there's no difference there. My cost to you doesn't change from month to whether we're doing those or not, and most times your Microsoft subscriptions are fairly well aligned with what your Google costs are. So other than a little bit upfront cost to move them. But I don't want to say we have to do that. We'll talk to the users that are using it. But when we get people that are all using Town of Fowler email addresses, now we can protect them against third-party people logging into those. The scary ones are where someone logs an email account, and we've all run into where, Brian sends out 6,000 emails, and I get 9 phone calls that say, hey, man, what's this weird email that you sent out? Okay, now I know that I gave him my password, and I can get that reset. The number of users that we have found where someone had logged into your account 2 years ago and didn't take the smash and grab. They laid low for kind of the bigger pot, and they've been watching your emails for 2 years. And then you get an ACH wire that you're transferring back and forth, and they intercept that email and they send, hey, here's new ACH information. We can find a lot of those things. Now we can't find it if it's on the other end, but at least on your side. So encouraging people to not use Gmail accounts. The other big liability is if I communicate on behalf of the city on a Gmail account for 7 years and you fire me, and I keep emailing your third-party vendors, they don't know, right? And you have there's no way, a Gmail account, a Hotmail account, those are personal accounts. There's nothing I can do, you can do to say, well, that's actually ours. So that's part of the reason why as a policy, people won't allow you to do those things. So yeah, I'm more than happy to sit down and just look at everything holistically and just kind of maybe plug a few of these other holes and help you understand what that looks like. So we can be that right combination of preventative, but not over engineers. We can be cost effective, but we can make sure you're well protected. So,
Well, I think everything you're saying sounds great. Yeah.
We're going to do the increase for services
So
now.
yeah, so I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve the $306 monthly increase for right now, and then do that motion first.
I'll second. On the motion in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
And then do we want to make do we need a motion to actually get the quote going, or the second part, or that's?
If you want to I guess that way I would feel comfortable if we could get the quote. I mean, you guys have done service for us for a while, but I'd like to get the quote and then
Get everything in writing that's going to be in.
Do that with the server, maybe all in one. If we have to have a special meeting, special meeting.
Yeah.
To make sure we spend enough time with it, or not in any hurry. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll gather what other expenses we might have for any other locations that need updated gear. Like you said, if we find Windows 10 machines, if we find networking equipment that we can't manage, and that way you can take a look at it, and we can help you kind of prioritize. Okay, look, low hanging fruit, cost perspective, urgency, right? And so that even if we do need to kind of tear this out some, we can help hit
That'd
budgets.
be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay.
Good.
Okay. That's all I've got. I really appreciate everyone's time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Oh, and then you'll email me what other locations to come up and walk through?
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Department head updates. Who wants to go first? Draw straws. Draw straw.
Nope.
Go ahead.
Hi guys.
Hello. Hi, Clayton.
On the subject of the sewer on 5th Street,
Yes.
I'm still waiting to hear back from Matt Johnson. I haven't heard anything from them. I know they're real busy right now. They got a lot going on, but
Yeah.
I might reach out to them tomorrow and
Spring
see.
flooding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Might reach out to them tomorrow and see
Okay.
what their timeline's looking like.
Okay.
After clean.
Yeah, to run the water jet down 5th Street, both sides of the road. And then I had forwarded this to Mike Brewer. I don't know if he sent it to you guys about the wells at the water plant. I can pass this around if you guys want to look at it.
Okay. Thanks.
It was roughly $55,000 per well to get serviced. The well 10 had a hole about, I think it was 80 feet down, I believe. It's been a minute. I think it was about 80 feet down. It had a hole, nothing crazy, but like more just making it less efficient. So it's pumping extra. So I would like to, that was well 9. So I would like to get it done this year at least. And then if we could, then maybe next year, year after, whatever, we can do well 10. I don't think it's as in bad shape. Just so we're not spending a whole lot of money at once.
Yeah, so well 9 first,
Well,
and then
9
about
first,
another
definitely.
year.
Yeah,
on
I'd say
well
next
10.
year if we could revisit and.
Okay.
How much was that for?
It was 55,000. I'm not sure. It's on the.
Well 9 is 56,788.
Sorry, I didn't know the exact amount. That's alright.
Well 10 was 55.
Yeah,
So he was.
I was right there. I knew they were pretty
There.
close.
You still had it.
And then this is for the wastewater side. We have Smith and Loveless pumps at our east and west lift stations, and they're both within, I'd say, over 20 years old. But we actually have west right now is only on 1 pump. We have 2 pumps at each lift station, and right now west has been on 1 because it failed, and we sent it up to Fred Flux to get rebuilt. But we're still waiting on that to get back. But what we'd like to do is at least buy 1 new pump for each lift station.
Mhm.
That way we can have a spare in case one does go down like how it is now. We can put it back to service that we're not like especially right now in the wet season.
Yeah.
It's put a lot of stress on that 1 pump. So we would like to have 1 new pump at least for each. 2 would be ideal, but if we could at least get 1 for now because they're pretty pricey. I'll pass this around as well. But for the east, for 2 pumps, would be $34,999. And then for the west is a little bit more. It would be $40,910 for 2. I'll pass that around as well.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem. But if we could at least do the 1, that'd be awesome. And then I'm still waiting to hear back from Fred's about when they're gonna get that one fixed for us.
Is these copies?
Yeah, you're good. You can keep those.
So those big ticket bills, where do those come out of? Water or utility operating?
And I'm asking for a lot of money down there, but
water.
Yeah.
No Christmas presents for you now.
Yeah. Other than that, we, with the help of John and his guys, we've been trucking on the West 2nd sewer project, so we're doing pretty well on that. We're
good.
past the newest house they built, so
Okay.
we're up to at least caught back up to it now because they kind of jumped the gun on us and skipped quite a bit ahead. So we're getting back on the track. But
Well, that's good. I'm glad it's going okay.
yeah.
On a side note, I got an email from Alliance saying that Kyle's doing really good.
Good.
He's at 93% overall for his evaluation.
That's surprising.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
won't tell him you said that.
he's probably watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kelly said he was doing a good job.
Good. He seemed like he did really good at the conference, and he felt like he took a lot in and enjoyed it. So
Good.
Well, that's it for me. Unless you guys have any questions.
Do we need to go ahead and
approve
anything right now, or do we need to talk about it more?
It's one of those, you have to have it.
I know we have to have it. You're looking
Alright,
under the.
you wanted number 9 done
Well,
first,
yeah,
right?
well, 9.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to do the work to repair well number 9 for the 56,000, whatever it was.
788, I think. 788. So,
Yeah.
So I'll second the 56,788.
Okay. Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'd say we can revisit well 10 next year. Kind of get a little bit of buffer between the two.
What are your thoughts then on the pumps then?
Prices aren't going to go down on any of that stuff,
No.
unfortunately.
I mean,
so do you have
we
a
need
preference over the 15 horsepower or the 7 horsepower?
Well, I think each lift station might take a different pump. I'm not sure. I was pretty sure that.
East side takes 700.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a smaller. I know it's a smaller pipe leaving there.
Yeah.
Like I said, if we just wanted to do just one for each of those instead of divide that by half, I assume.
well, I mean, what are your thoughts though? I mean, do we need to? Is this a case where we'd be better off doing 2 now because you're going to need it again next
Like-
year, and then the next year?
Like Jason said, it's not going down anytime soon, so
Right. Do we need to go ahead and approve 2 pumps then?
yeah, I think it'd be ideal. And then I'd like to do. We have two other lift stations as well, but they take Gorman rep pumps,
Mhm.
and we're wanting to get those sort of up and eventually get all
Yeah.
everything replaced because they're, like I said, they're all from the
Yeah.
80s, so 80s and 90s.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, I would make a motion, if I'm understanding correctly, to go ahead and approve 2 pumps.
Okay, yeah, per lift station, so it'd be 4 total.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking, but
So it's a
what do you
total
guys
of
think?
like 75,000.
Yeah.
Considering the
I don't
age,
see waiting on it.
it's just something once we get them and you keep them as backups. And
I'd keep the old ones as backups.
so then
Yeah,
have them rebuilt. or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
If we're getting one done now.
Yeah. You don't want. I'd rather it's like
I mean, to me, it makes sense to get them all done at the same time and
Yeah, I agree.
get them going.
I've got a motion to.
I'm bad about spending other people's money, so.
I know. That's,
Proving that wrong today.
Yeah.
I have a motion to approve both sets of pumps.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve both sets of pumps for total.
Motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mike second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Clayton.
No problem.
That's all your real allowance.
Coming out of my paycheck.
Yeah. Are you
can do that
offering?
too.
You can do that too. So.
If I knew he was going for that kind of money, I'd have went first.
Sorry, John, we're broke.
That's all right. I don't really need money.
All right, good. You making us money?
First thing, I would like to get Mike Kane approved to hire him for the summer help. He's the only application I got right now, but I'd like to get him rolling yards and mowing and stuff so we can continue on going with the sewers and the swimming pools coming up. So I'm gonna need somebody mowing and rolling. So
You have what?
I haven't advertised yet, but I can.
yeah, if you want to, I'd like to have. Tell you the truth, I liked having 2 older people last year.
Think Bill will
They
come back
showed
this
up.
year?
No, he don't want to do it no more.
No.
He said he loved mowing, but he found out he didn't like it as much. I don't think it's what we had. We got a lot of mowing. You can pretty much make a career out of mowing here. It's just mow, sharpen blades, start again. So, but yeah, if I can get Mike hired, I'd like to hire him. If nobody has a problem with it.
I don't have an issue.
No, I mean, you need help, you need somebody.
Yep.
So,
And I can trust him. I can send him out and don't have to babysit him. So the only other thing I had is I told you I'd get some estimates on signs for this go-kart race. I checked with Ken to make sure I was right on how many signs we was going to need and had him lay it out, and he laid it out exactly like I did. So we're looking at renting them for a week. It'd be $2,724 for signs and barricades, and $180 delivery fee if they drop them off in one spot. And then we take
this
them
is a
around
rental
and-
fee.
That's 1 week rental.
What was the rental fee?
$2,724.
No, the other one.
180 for the
180.
delivery.
That's for delivery. And that's if they deliver at one spot. If they go around to each station, it's so much an hour.
As we get closer, that's something through emergency management also to help with that. I can ask like Carol in Tippecanoe County if we can borrow their message boards also. Not that it's not the same, but we could put those in places free of charge to help get the message earlier as you start.
Yeah, I mean, this is just so you can barricade off the
Right,
streets.
yeah, definitely.
This is just all. This
That's
is all
what
the
these
warning
signs are
signs.
for.
It's the warning signs, a block ahead, and then the road closed signs and the barricades.
Gotcha.
Can I get a copy of that?
Yep. I'll get you a copy of it tomorrow. How's that? Okay.
Who'd you talk to for that?
Kevin from Highway Safety Systems.
Agent says.
Yeah.
And we could probably get to on the town side for us to push out or to help with that. We can get another Yodoc trailer probably, or there's counties that have stuff that we interchange. As you gotta have the signs, but if there are areas we want harder barricades,
We got trailers and trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
I just figured like the town parking lot right up here, we'd probably use that for a place to set them all out. That way they can just drop them, put them out there for the $180 delivery fee. That way that we can take them around and put them where we want, because I figure they're gonna have practice and stuff. It's nothing that they're gonna be taking them down. So it's gonna be a whole weekend that this whole area is gonna be blocked off. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. I don't know what the availability will be, how long I need to tell them ahead of time. I know it's in October, first week of October, right? Still on that track for that. I mean, I'd like to let them know that we're interested for that week.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
if we, I mean, obviously they've set the date. Is there a deposit required, or is it a payment of?
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to require a deposit or not. I just want to be on the books that we can that way they have them available. I mean, as much construction's going on nowadays.
Yeah.
It may be to the point in October you might not be able to find barricades if we don't tell them about it now.
If that or no event, we're liable for the traffic that comes up to it. So
right. Yeah, anybody that runs through one of these and runs into somebody or tears up their car, we're gonna be liable for every bit of it, so we better sign it the way Ken wanted it, which I'm glad me and him was on the same page. It makes me feel better about it, but
I would say, if you wanna, I would say, go ahead and find out.
see if there's a deposit on it or whatever. Okay.
Whatever.
If there's a deposit on it,
requires.
we'll just review it at the next board meeting. How's that?
Okay.
I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up about
But no,
what
I mean,
kind
yeah,
of
good
cost
thinking
we're looking
on
at.
getting it reserved now, that way we go to do it and they're not there.
Right.
I have a question for you.
All right.
On one of the last meetings, I don't remember if it was March or February, you said in April you might try to do some leaf.
Did it today.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
There was a
It
truck
started-
going around today, I saw.
Oh man, I'm getting raked
I
out.
worked in Lafayette today, but.
Not the one down.
Rake them all the way out to the road. This new
Gonna do it
machine
again.
doesn't reach as good as our other one, so rake them all the way out to the edge of the road and we'll get them. We're not doing a steady diet of it. We're going,
Okay.
like today, I had them go around and I think they picked up maybe 7 or 8 piles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, by the time they put the machine away, there was 20 piles out.
Because
Oh,
people saw it.
You don't rake until the machine
They
goes
saw it
by.
go by, they went and
Yeah.
grabbed the rake and yeah.
And then,
This is how Fowler works. You wait for the truck to go by, then you rake.
Yeah.
and then, like after a storm and people's limbs and stuff, if people can't get out to like drop off at the street department in that dumpster, do you guys come and fit?
If it's a bad storm,
Mm-hmm.
like where we're going out cleaning up the roads and everything because it's a bad storm, we'll go clean up all of our roadways.
Mm-hmm.
And while we're cleaning up our roadways, if you have limbs out, we will pick them up then.
Okay.
But no, we do not make a steady diet of
Okay.
doing that, or we will get nothing.
Yeah, I remember you did it once for me, like it was a bad storm, there was a lot that came down and
Okay.
they went through.
Because
and
we've
picked
tried
them
to
up.
do that before, and it's never ending. I mean,
Right.
same thing as the leaves.
But it had
Right.
to be,
I
it had
go by
to
and
be
pick
like
up limbs, and the neighbor
within,
says, "Wow, they picked up limbs. Let's cut our trees down."
but it had to be
Yeah.
within
It
like a few
never
days
ends.
after the storm.
Right,
Like it
yeah.
was fast. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. That's all I.
that's where we're at with that. The only other thing I need is sometime I need to talk to you. You was talking about having Milestone give us an estimate on going across the tracks with a sidewalk.
Okay.
The state's actually got that in the works to do that.
Perfect.
But they're going to stop at 16 inches from the railroad tracks on each end, and that's it.
So if we
It's
want-
going to be the railroad has to do the rest of it. Milestone is not going to do anything on the railroad
Okay.
because of liability. I don't
Which
blame
part
them.
is this? Is that that
Will they,
Can't touch
Crossing
the
there,
utilities.
the crossing we talked
what's
about?
that?
That
Can't
was
touch the
will they,
utilities.
will they do it if they're contracted to do it?
No.
No,
It's gotta be the
railroad
railroad.
has their own unit that does that.
KBNS has their own concrete unit.
Yes, they do.
Barely maintained. It's going.
Yes, they do.
Getting them to do anything's like pulling teeth. I mean,
Okay.
all the crossings I've ever got fixed, I've usually called Sean and made the statement that if you would come in and put in new ties and everything, I would pave up to it.
Right.
And he knows that I ain't really supposed to do that, but I do.
Mhm.
I've never had a problem with him, but he will put in the cross ties and everything to where, you're not going to derail a train. I stay back one railroad tie away from it, so
Mhm.
I've worked
So
with
we
him
have to get
before
all
doing
that done and approved before we can get that crossway fixed then?
It's,
That's-
yeah, the state.
We had complaints on?
Did you say you had a good number for, because I've called Sean, and he's got that
The
different
owner
number.
of
by
the
now.
president, Tyler.
Okay.
He's who I talk to when we
Tyler.
do the cleanup stuff.
Can
I
you give me
call
that
him.
number? If
Yeah.
you can email me that number, I'll talk to Tyler about it.
But I-
Because Sean's the one I always talked to before, but I tried calling him, I couldn't get a hold
I
of him.
mean, they're like any other business. They just had the crossing go down at PC, and so that's something that if they're agreeable to doing.
Well, and I don't know how much he knows about this going on, so
Right.
so maybe he's already got it figured that he's going to come in and do this when the state's doing it.
For sure.
Because the state's just now kind of planning this, so this is going to be a year or two.
Right. And I think even if it's one of those things, if
3.
then
Welcome to it.
I think that's something worthwhile for us investing in if it's a partnership or whatever. I mean, it's
Well, I mean, they're getting within 16 inches of it, so I mean, it's the railroad's responsibility from there. I don't think
Right.
they're even going to want us to mess with it. And liability-wise, I don't think we
no,
want
not
mess
for
with
us to
it.
do the work. But yeah, yeah.
And that's why Milestone won't even touch it. So, but yeah, if you can shoot me his number, I'll call him and see if maybe Sean ain't there no more. Maybe they got somebody else because it's been that 9th Street crossing's the last one I worked with them on, and that's probably been 4 or 5 years ago, so he may have somebody else in place that works on that, so if you can give me Tyler's number, I'll call him and touch base with him. That's all I had. Anybody got anything else for
Can
me?
you guys motion approve, hiring Mike King?
Oh, I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All righty. Thank you guys very much.
John.
Thank you.
Got a few people that need to put gravel in driveways, muddy, that kind of thing. Waiting on better weather for that. So hopefully this week. Few people needing to clean their properties up, but one thing I really wanted to talk about was these fabric sheds that people are putting up. Maybe putting an ordinance in there against.
Did you say fabric?
Yeah, like a fabric
Yeah.
shed.
I have one.
Almost.
Fabric sheds
a
and
tent.
trucks.
Okay.
So that's kind of. The problem is we have one person that has like 5 in their yard.
Right.
And every time the wind blows, more garbage comes out. So it's kind of one of those things. Like,
you want to
it's
get?
not an ordinance, but
I don't know if that's something worth checking with other towns our size to see if they've got something that's
I can look into it.
kind of temporary. If you guys have anything,
I'll look in
written
our
already,
database and see if anybody else has any regulations about what they need to be made of.
if you say you can make an ordinance, say you made an ordinance for that now, can you retroactive that?
I believe you can, but don't quote me on that again because I'm speaking of it just as I'm sitting here. But
Yes.
a lot of people make, a lot of municipalities make rules it because of something that had come up.
Mhm.
So yes, it
but it's
should
not
be
a permanent structure either,
Yeah.
so
Correct.
it could apply easily. I
But
think.
also, like, I've never seen one that does a good job of hiding stuff because it, like, after a storm or something and it deteriorates. So,
yeah,
like, we just chase that over. I think we need to do
becomes a common nuisance.
storage containers and that too for residential lots.
Yeah, I agree, or at least
Yeah.
look at what we can and what. I agree.
Yeah, they
And also-
seem to be getting more and more popular.
Yeah, and so
And not in a
also
good
on
way.
the number of how many of these things you can put out, like garden lamps and stuff, maybe.
Right.
Just something to think about.
Okay.
I mean, they're 10 by 15, 20. I mean, they're eyesores.
You can hide a car in them.
They're Jeep.
Tell you that.
It's like a fabric garage.
It's our
Yeah.
with inch and a quarter
Yeah.
tubing.
Yep.
I have one.
Just metal poles and, yeah.
And
also,
I think in
mine was
that
nice,
the definition of what some
base.
people put things up seasonally, and there is a season,
Yeah.
but it goes away the time it's a certain time
But
of year
all
too.
the stuff
Yeah.
gets put in there. And
It's not a Florida
it's
room.
junk.
So,
So,
but
I
Kind of one of
agree.
those
It's
things that we need
definitely an
to
eyesore.
think about because it just makes my job harder talking to somebody and say, "Oh, well, there's not an ordinance on it." Well, I get that, but
Right.
also it looks like trash. But
And your trash is going all over the place.
Yes.
and also,
Yeah,
I
it
did
doesn't
get
conceal it.
I did get a phone call from Larry Dick about 1:00 on Saturday morning.
oh,
About a generator running. So after how many months?
1:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
that's infrequent.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like,
I'd
well,
say
he's
that's
obviously doing
infrequent.
something different. And he's like,
Yeah.
well, that's, whatever.
Was the power out?
No, so I don't know what he runs a generator on. It's a semi. He plugs
I think it's a refrigeration unit split a little last time.
That's what it is.
And I went by there the next morning and he wasn't. The semi was gone. So
Right.
we'll see.
They can put up a flock
Just to let you
camera down there.
Just in
catch
case.
everything.
Where's he parking the semi?
That is house.
How's he getting it there?
I thought our directions were to call the police department non-emergency number.
I told Larry to call me so
Oh,
I could
okay.
go see.
You're a nice
But I
guy.
didn't wake up at 1 in the morning.
Right.
There's an 8-ton weight limit. You could probably ask him how to get it
Considering
there.
his last, the last.
Did we ever come up with or get an answer on the RVs and the yards, whatever was determined on that. We had some complaints with people having campers that they were in the backyard that looked like they were living in.
Still
Oh.
there.
That's countywide. You can't live in a camper.
Yeah, we had.
I'm pretty sure it's a health code.
In most places.
Yeah,
We
we
did an
passed the
ordinance.
ordinance.
Yeah.
So,
I thought there was something we were checking on it though.
I think the wording was just.
the short term, I think part of it had to do with short term. And that what's the,
Less than
who
30
do you
days.
contact? Yeah, who do you contact if it is in that short term? So,
Yeah, but it still falls under, it has to be on a solid surface, doesn't it? Gravel, asphalt, or concrete.
So if it's not
Even
that,
in
it
the
can't be out
backyard.
there at all?
Pretty sure it has, if you have
I'd have to
anything
go by
off.
the house that originally had that complaint. Is that what it was? It's not very, yeah. it's-
Corner of Van Buren and.
That sounds right. Is that still there?
Yeah.
That's pretty late.
Do we need to check on that one then?
yeah, I guess if you want to check and make sure we have it all passed, I guess. So, I don't know where we were in the
I'll look at
process.
the
honestly.
ordinance.
Pretty sure we passed it.
But that's all I've got, so if we have any, I'm sure we're gonna have some grass and stuff to mow, so if you guys ever decide, or you want to maybe have town people do that for extra, are
No, I think you
we
guys
still
approved.
doing, McGinnis Lawn Care?
You guys approved McGinnis.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think while that number remains small, I think it's something that we, in a workshop or something, we can discuss and maybe discuss with the department heads that if we get back to where that's a huge number, then it may be very beneficial to pay our people overtime if they're willing to work. So, but right now that number is pretty small. Hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah, we'll see.
Summer,
Or summer help to do it.
give it a month or two.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So.
That's all I've got.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Can I bring it? What about the house across from the courthouse? Is there something going on there where all this stuff's outside? I think we're doing right now to complain or something maybe.
Yes.
I mean, people come to our town and look at the courthouse and.
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay,
Yeah, that's in
they
the
can't be
books, too.
outside playing all the time. Okay, short and sweet. And I changed it to Sunday at 3 because of the weather, and it's gonna go great. I mean, there were some people there still. Lisa was there, so you guys, I got to see it. Brad was there, helped out. Thanks.
Yes. Good job at throwing those balloons out the wind.
Yeah, the balls.
Yeah, balloons, balls.
There's a lot of families, which I think maybe they were having their Easter get-togethers, and they all came down. So that was nice to see. A lot of new faces, but recognize a lot of people. Donation 775. Expenses 1,325.66. So you guys spent 550.66. And the budget was 14. Any questions?
I don't. Seemed like a little less people than normal, but I assume that's probably because it was Sunday.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell because it's not like we count each kid.
I know.
It just
There's
was
no way to
visually it
It
looked
seemed
a
like
little.
more adults than normal.
Yeah. Yeah, it did seem like there was more adults watching
Definitely.
everybody.
Yeah, for
But-
switching
but-
this. For
but
switching the date.
I was still happy to see the turnout that we did get since it was Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even some of my helpers, I had like 3 or 4 helpers. They're like, well, we can't do it on Sunday because we have family stuff, but we could have done it on Saturday. So
Yeah.
I get that.
Yep.
Questions?
No, it ended up turning out good though.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Laura.
Ready? I have a quick claim deed for the park that Judd redone for our park grant. I just need to have it signed.
For what part?
They needed to add,
Over by the golf course?
I think so.
him explaining it a little bit. I mean, well,
Yeah, and he went ahead and did that. We just need to sign it so I can send it in.
I assume it was to close up the outline of it. I assume that's usually
Yeah.
why those kind of quitclaim deeds are required. It's that maybe there was in a legal description somewhere, maybe one of the parcels didn't close up as it was supposed to,
Yeah.
so he was making it all close up.
Okay.
In there.
I believe that's what occurred.
Okay.
I've got applications for the road cut permits that you guys had approved already, but not all of you were able to sign.
This for NIPSCO.
Yeah.
Or is this for Main Street?
Let's go. I think Michelle needs to sign this one. I think Michelle, I think those are the only ones. Oops, the easy, yeah, thank you.
We need to sign this or
No, she does. I'll check it. It was in March. Were you here in March or was that?
I was not here in March.
No, so you don't
It's in the hospital.
And then these are the ones that John looked at, that he approved.
Signatures already on there.
Okay.
these are old ones. Huh?
Some of them have already been done, but John approved them, so emergency. Take the last one.
You're the only one that has to sign.
Oh, Lisa has it. What day was this one done? This doesn't even say approved.
Is that the March?
Fourth day of March.
Yeah, March meeting.
They didn't make this
Do I have to sign
application
those,
until the
or-
19th.
Oh.
Sixth
see
day
it.
of March.
Is this one we have to do
No,
today?
no, those were the ones that are need approved now. The last two you just signed was for you to sign. These are
Right.
the ones that need approved for tonight, that
Oh,
John
okay.
looked at and already signed off on.
Okay.
Yeah. Motion.
Yeah, so there's three.
So you're good with these?
It's the
The
road cut
NIPSCO road
permits.
cuts? Adams?
Yeah, I mean, I told him I'd give him till the end of April. If things ain't changed by then, we're gonna reevaluate it. So he's been very cooperative. When I call, he answers.
Yeah.
I've never had somebody from NIPSCO answer, but.
Right.
So I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now, so I told him I'd give him till the end of April, and then we'll see. And he said he's gonna have it done next week, all of them. All the road cuts, or all the road cuts repairs. So,
good deal.
It all seems to be working pretty good.
I'll make a motion to accept the road cut permits for NIPSCO on 500 South Grant, 108 North Adams, and 639 West 2nd Street.
I'll second that motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I've got two quotes here for estimates for mulch for Monarch Commons and the town signs.
I got greedy.
I get it.
Mike, this doesn't have yours on.
No, man.
I got greedy.
Back to Mike.
No, I started stealing,
All right.
yeah.
It's okay.
You already signed it?
Yeah. I'll check.
As long as it's yours.
Okay, back to Mike.
Mulch.
Who's giving you the paper cutting?
Mulch.
That's for the Monterey Commons.
And the
What other place besides
The
Monarch?
street
Fowler
signs.
signs,
Fowler
welcome to Fowler
signs,
signs.
welcome.
Oh,
Coming in town
Is
both
there
ways.
some sort
Oh, okay.
of conflict?
He can sign a conflict of interest he did last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you just vote
Mike,
on it,
that was
so.
you.
So this one.
I'll make a motion to accept the mulch quotes.
I'll second.
A motion and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Let's talk like a pirate.
Alright.
Always miss it.
You guys approved these vacation time? If you can, or the vacation of 40 hours. You guys did it through the email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you guys just, so you guys,
I know what you're
yeah, you
talking
guys
about.
approved
Yeah.
it.
Was that an email?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
in the email.
Yeah.
it was an email.
Can we
Yeah.
just approve that because I put it through today? I
Yeah.
haven't give it to him yet, but I thought make sure you guys approve it and then
Yeah.
finish off.
You can pull it up and get the wording on it, Mike, so you can approve it correctly.
I got the email right
There's an
here.
email.
Oh,
Oh,
you
you
do?
got the
Okay.
Yeah.
Strike.
Right. I make a motion to approve all of Lee's vacation time, even though it's over 25%, because they did have a shortage of officers last year.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's all I have.
Good thing when they're playing yard darts.
God knows we can't play yards.
Anything else?
Nope, not on
I
mine.
know it's getting warm. Anything on the pool? Anything started there?
No,
As
no.
far as manager, I guess.
Yeah,
they did some
actually,
with-
they've got
yeah.
Kelsey,
Yeah.
Grid, and
Yeah,
Gordon.
they
Forgot
did
about
There
hire
was
that.
that email on the,
Right.
We're still looking for workers, but we've been.
Sounds like
people
there's a
been
group
doing-
of kids at BC that are wanting to go get
Sure.
lifeguard certified. I think they found a class in Lafayette, so a small group. So, of our lifeguards that were here last year, should we send them something and say that for each year they get that?
Officer.
I think they
They know.
that. I think that the park board wants them
Well,
to know
but
that.
we
But we
did the
approved that
longevity.
retention, the longevity thing.
Yeah, so if they're gonna come back and work,
Hmm?
We did that not last year, the year before.
yeah.
We
It
did
was for
when we
everybody.
were- Yeah, for
Yeah.
every,
Well, it was 2 years ago.
It was
no,
last
when
year.
we did the handbook thingy.
The $100 per, whatever it is per year for longevity. We discussed giving it to the lifeguards that came back.
Oh, then you might have done that this year.
Yeah, or it was either right at the end of the year. I don't remember when, but maybe
Yeah.
it's worth reaching out to them and
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, you'll get a little bit more." So.
Sure, we can do that.
Did we get a
Um,
park
Yes.
maintenance guy, some, okay.
We got that started.
Oh, very good.
Look at it.
Oh,
and if we wanna bring it up,
Yes.
we're gonna approve another
Park.
round.
Yeah,
Maintenance
I think.
person.
Change dates
Yeah,
and
don't
employee.
arm wrestle. I almost lost to her.
I mean, look at this.
What's
You
that?
have to go for it.
And she's kind of close. She's right across the street.
So I know I'm not sure where your guys' thoughts sit on the big grant. I'd like to try to do it again this year, like we did last year. Just get this
Definitely.
process started. Like
Yeah,
approve
I think we should.
the grant and probably the amount and location, and then we can. Sarah's already kind of made some adjustments. I think there are some little things that we picked up on, like maybe timeline. I think one thing that needs to be put in there is if you submit for a project, you have to use it for that project.
Yes.
Is that confusing?
Yeah.
So there's no confusion? Yeah, so
And then we
Or-
talked about maybe wanting to see pictures of it afterwards. And
Yeah, a reporting period with some return, but I get it if they come up with another project, but I think that the committee needs to approve that they use it. for that
Right,
reason.
correct.
They should-
Something could
yeah.
happen, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we still want to make the distinctions between, we talked about non-profit, like, for instance, like when the theater.
So 2 different categories.
Do we
Yeah.
want 2 different categories? Are we still gonna lump them all in the same? Or do you
I
wanna
don't know.
keep like
I
the
would, I like
theater
the idea of
separate?
that, but I also, I mean, last year was the first year and we made a good impact, so I don't know.
If you guys just wanna approve having another round and then we can have a
Come
meeting
up
to
with the
discuss
amounts
it.
and.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to have another round.
I
of the
second
bigger
the
grants.
grant project motion.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Sounds good. I think that was one of the better things we've done in a while. So,
Mhm. Definitely got a great turnout, I think.
yeah. So, okay. Oh, claims and the other stuff.
Mhm.
Anybody have any
I think I
questions
saw
about
one there, right?
claims? I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
So sign some of it.
Alright, no claims, I make a motion for adjournment.
Can we?
Oh, you got it.
First we have to
Make
make
a-
I did that last time too.
approve
Yeah.
claims.
You're just ready to get out
I'll
of
make
here.
a
I know,
motion
right?
to approve the claims.
Motion and
I'll
a second.
second.
For claims. So-
I motioned, he
Oh,
second.
I didn't hear it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Claims are approved. Now.
I motion the adjournment that comes after the claims,
I'll second.
but not before.
Alright.
Those need signed yet?
He's got one.
Wow, so-